Hi.
Hello, we are the Shoreflingers, and there is a floor leprechaun hiding somewhere here who you might see a member of. Once again, there's only 3 of us, but we plan to do the best we can with this 3. So, here we go with our Cards Against Humanity, Mad Libs, Apples to Apples, and Insanity.
Here is the church, here is the steeple, open the doors, and there is silence.
So, church is kind of, what, you go to church, what is it like at church?
Well, it was really strange, because when I went to church last Saturday, it was just really filthy.
Wow.
Because when I walked in the doors, there was nobody there. It was completely silent.
Wow. That's pretty cute.
Yeah, you know, I was expecting like a pile of leaves or something to like greet me when I walked in the door. But instead, there was dancing oranges.
Wow.
And you know how, loud dancing oranges are. They're actually just really deadly.
Yeah, and they're destroying the evidence.
Yeah, of course. You get it. It's like tree houses.
Yeah.
Like when you climb a tree house in the sunshine, you sometimes will encounter the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that's pretty vengeful.
Yeah. And whenever I do go to church on Sundays, I'm usually just expecting to be swarmed with grapes. Like, I just want a lot of grapes when I go in. And it's just so fun
Yeah.
to be surrounded by all those grapes.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm always afraid to go to church because I'm just terrified that Barney is going to be there.
What about George Washington? Sometimes he's there. But, the last week, no one was there.
Huh.
It was really ignorant.
Yeah.
It was really ignorant to those people to
Yeah,
not be there.
that sounds pretty jolly.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, because some of those pastors, they'll start their sermon with
Melodic.
melodic sermons.
Yeah. But sometimes I feel like when he starts talking about Charlie Brown, it gets really melancholy, because how many times has Lucy just take that football and just let him kick it nothing, you know? Just steal it away from him. That's just so uneven.
Mm. Yeah, that does sound pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet, all right. It's like the stars in the mountains. Or getting mail in my hair. All those things are very quiet tasks.
How do you get mail in your hair?
No. Either getting the mail or my hair.
Oh.
Yeah, they're 2 separate things. This is my hair, and this could be mail.
Yeah, that could be mail. Wow, that is just really hideous.
Yeah. Maybe we went to church on Monday instead.
Is church even open on Monday?
No one's there. Nancy.
She goes.
All right. In LA County Jail, word is you can trade 200 cigarettes for homeless people.
When I did some really hard time at the county jail, every once in a while, I really wanted a friend. I didn't really care, if they were naughty friends or aged friends. But I wanted friends. So what I would do is I would take 200 cigarettes and babies, and I would trade them for homeless people.
And how do you feel about that? Do you feel spiritually affected by that, or do you feel like it was a classy move on your part?
It was a fuzzy experience.
Really?
Yeah, because of all the worms I was doing.
You did worms?
Yeah, it's a crazy drug, man. I wouldn't recommend it, When you do worms, you just start seeing hot people all over the place.
Really?
It's really religious.
Well, I heard you encounter a lot of Republicans in the jail. So, how did you feel about that? Was there a lot of tension and lumpy, awkward encounters?
My whole experience in there could be best described by spherical Vikings.
Spherical Vikings?
Spherical Vikings. They're like, they come in and they like pillage everything, but they're really like blunt. Like, it doesn't really hurt that bad because they're all charged, okay? They're really charged. And when that happens, you know, a lot of unorthodox crap just goes down. Like,
that's a very interesting way to describe it.
And sometimes when they would come to town and come into the prison, they would bring with them Teletubbies.
Teletubbies.
That's a different kind of drug. It
Now,
makes you see a laughing sun. It's like a little baby, and it's like,
I see. So while you're in there, you weren't encountering a lot of different melty drugs, but how about your enlightenment? How about your time there? Did you feel like you were learning anything after that incident with the gummy bears?
Well, after the incident with the gummy bears, I learned a lot about the liberal sunflowers. And it's like this group of cheesy individuals who help you find salvation through the respect of kangaroos.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, because, you know, kangaroos are just really, how do I put this? Philosophical.
I've heard that they're more stinky than philosophical.
Oh no, that's just a really uncommon or common misconception. It's like an oversized lollipop. Like when you get one, you think that it's like you can finish it, but you realize later that you can't finish it.
So would you explain this experience in the LA County Jail as something that you're proud of, or is it something that you wish you wouldn't have gone through? Because I know a lot of my patients have gone to this jail and have always felt so stale afterwards. Like all used up and just, they don't have very good self-respect back towards themselves.
It was at best a stretchy recess from life. And because of it, I feel like I can attend my brother's wedding.
I see. Well, that will be all for today.
Okay. What gives me uncontrollable gas? Soup that is too hot.
That's very low tourism. So, you know what was weird?
What?
The other day after I had this bowl of soup, I just got this, excuse this, the whole, I mean, this might be gross, but it just gave me such uncontrollable gas.
What kind of soup was it?
It was jalapeno, but I'm so used to it. I mean, it was just today that it really just made my stomach turn. I mean, it felt like there was all these saws running through my intestines.
Are you sure it was the soup? Because I noticed you did eat a lot of blowing bubbles.
Well, that was accidental, but it could have been that, but I don't know. It was just right after that soup, I just felt so strongly in my stomach, and it really hurt badly. It was so shaggy too.
That's pretty naggy.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, Dr.
It just has the
Yes. Well, it felt like there was a lot of spiders like crawling through, and it felt so uncomfortable. I mean, I'm so used to this soup, and I don't know why it's making me do this.
Yeah. Whenever I eat, I cannot stomach it. I just get so hoarse and so spooky. Like what it does to me scares me. It's like if I was the devil himself. Like
Yeah.
the devil himself. Like you can imagine the devil's gonna eat like really spicy hot things.
Yeah, that's usually my thing. I like eating a lot of spicy foods, but it's just this one time. You don't think I'm developing an allergy to it? Because this is one of my favorite kinds of soups. I mean, it's all so slippery and it's so rough. I mean, the spice flavors just get up on my tongue, and it's so flavorful, and able to eat it
Yeah,
anymore. It just makes me so sad.
Yeah, that makes me so chill. Because to be honest, since I can't have it, I just feel so chill that you're like realizing that.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, this is my great-grandmother's recipe. It was a recipe that we passed down for generations. I don't want to stop eating it. Do you really think it might be something else? I mean, it could have been bowls, but
It could have been a lot of things. It could have been onions or Ronald McDonald. Like that.
well, McDonald's has never agreed with me very well.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe I should try some different treatments. Like, instead of birthday cake, I'm gonna just flying a kite instead.
I think you should go on a tasteful side boob cleanse.
What's there a ton of in heaven? The Milkman. So, my grandma told me that when you go to heaven, you see the Milkman.
Really?
Because he's all over the place.
I would have thought it would be something like a lot of clouds or God or.
Well, it's a very
Lemons.
visual experience.
Mm.
Like, you see the Milkman, like, everywhere. And when you see him, he's battling dragons, okay? He's battling those damaged dragons
How?
because they all broke up with their ex-girlfriends because
That is so.
Peter Pan.
That is so weird.
Because of Peter Pan, okay? Peter Pan came, took them to Neverland, where they all got some apple juice with my teacher, okay? Do you believe me?
It's so innocent.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of domestic. Because, like, I learned about it at church, and when I go to my grandmother's church, sometimes things get wide. Like, really wide.
I would have expected there to be a lot of pizza in heaven.
I don't remember the preacher telling us about pizza in heaven. He did tell us there are lots of football players, though. You know?
Like American football?
Yeah, like football players. Because they're all whoremongers.
Mm. And this is heaven, right?
Yeah. But they repent for their sins by doing the dishes.
Oh, okay.
And that's okay.
That's so loose.
Yeah. You know, it's like those swirly turtles.
Mm.
Have you seen the swirly turtles?
No.
They're like this football team that did the dishes all the time. And then they got to like the highest ring of heaven. And then they brought God fur, and then they all took a nap and fell asleep.
Mm. Are there any thermonuclear detonations?
No,
Okay.
I don't remember the preacher telling us about these hormonal and uncomfortable detonations.
Okay. Good.
Those are sins.
Yeah, because like all that in heaven.
God does not believe in hot chocolate.